Hello there, boys and girls. This is Ingrid Schaefer, CCH. I am the owner of Four Elements Wellness, and today I am here to interview the Odd Witch, Tara Schaefer. Tara, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hi, Ingrid. Thanks so much for having me. And as you heard, I'm Tara the Odd Witch. I focus a lot on astrology for entrepreneurs, but I also do like to just teach the business and marketing side of things as well.
She's
Love
awesome.
business.
We love Tara. All right, so we're going to get started here with some rapid fire questions just to kind of loosen us up a little bit. How's that?
All right, let's do it.
I want to set the mood.
Okay.
All right, so rapid fire question number one, Tara, dawn or dusk?
Dusk.
Dusk. What's your favorite junk food?
Potato chips. I'm like a potato chip junkie, but only
Really?
plain potato chips.
Yeah, like a ruffle or like the thin lay ones?
Lays, definitely Lays.
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
to get laid.
Who doesn't?
I know, right?
All right. If you were to pick a superpower between super strength, the ability to fly, or invisibility, which would you pick?
Invisibility.
You'd pick that.
I I want to creep around and just watch everything, be that fly on the wall.
I love it. I knew you'd pick that one. But then I thought I threw in the ability to fly because I thought maybe that'll trip her up a little.
I almost picked that one until you said invisibility, and then I was like, sold, invisibility all the way.
All right. All right. Rapid fire question number four. Would you rather speak every language in the world or would you rather speak to animals?
Speak the animals.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And rapid fire question number five. Do you believe in love at first sight?
Yes, 100%. 100%. How about you?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, even like, I'm a retired painter. So even when I'm helping a customer choose a color, their very first gut instinct is always what we end up choosing at
Yeah,
the end.
absolutely.
Absolutely. All right. So I love that you call yourself the Odd Witch. I mean, that is just the cutest name for you. And as I've gotten to know you, it just fits so perfectly. But I want you to tell us about how you chose that name, how you got to it.
It was a really long process, I will say that. And I always identified as a witch, but I never liked saying it because when you say that, people automatically assume that I practice Wicca, which I don't, and there's nothing wrong with practicing Wicca. But to me, being a witch is basically a woman or a man who just kind of listens to the universe and the energies. You're an energy worker. That's what you are. And eons ago, the people that they used to call witches, like your herbalist, your midwives, things of that nature, that it was a dirty word at that time. So I was like, I want to take the word back. And the reason why I added the odd to it is because I literally have always been weird. It used to bother me when I was little. People would meet me, and within like 10, 15 minutes, they'd be like, you're weird, or you're odd, or you're quirky, or something. And so I just went with it.
I
And
love it.
my husband loves to, because, witches normally have a black cat. Well, I have a little black dog too. So he's always like, the odd witch and her little black dog.
What's your
It
dog's
fits.
name?
I have two dogs. I have Hamish and Angus.
Mission
Hamish and
Angus.
Angus McGregor.
I
My
love
husband's
it.
from Scotland. Guess who named him?
Let me see.
Hmm.
All right. So, on your website, theoddwitch.com, what kind of information or products are we going to find there?
Well, you're going to find a lot of things that's astrology based, but I'm trying to infuse them with business. So things such as lunar planning, cosmic branding, which would be like branding your website and things of that nature using your astrological chart. You can also do things about just looking at your chart. You can find out what products or services that suit you best that are going to call in your soul clients, like what to create that's going to like feel aligned for you. So there's a lot of stuff like that. It's a work in progress, but it's getting there. Pretty much anything to do with astrology, but I also want to I'm going to infuse a lot of like energy work. I want to really get into intuition because intuition is a thing and everybody has intuition, and there are certain things that you can do to tap into your intuition and listen to it better and use that even in your business or your day-to-day life. So a lot of things like that.
Awesome.
Woo woo
I love
shit.
it. I love it. I love it. I love the lingerie too.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
it's
because
very pretty.
every witch, you need something underneath to kind of give you that little oomph, why not?
I
Why not?
agree. I agree.
Yeah.
And it looks very comfortable too. I loved it. Like the
Yeah.
flowy skirt. I'm like, oh, how much money do I have to make to buy that?
I know, don't you just want to slip into that? You need a
Yeah.
black dress.
Yeah. Yeah. I love it. Okay. How do we find your website?
Well, I actually have two websites, but if you go to theoddwitch.com, everything is linked. And from there you can find like the Odd Witch shop, which that's where the lingerie is. I have certain oils and soaps and things of that nature for sale. And then you can also go to oddcoven.com, which is the app that incorporates all of it as well. But just go to theoddwitch.com. It's all linked.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I want to talk to you about your Intuitive Business Academy. Um, so I'm curious how you came up with the whole idea.
Well, I had recently taken an entire course on intuition, and it kind of tapped into things that I was already aware of, and I did learn new things and stuff, and it kind of really kind of snowballed. And I was like, there are other women out there that want to learn these things, and they don't. How do I put this? When you go online and you start looking to start an online business, unfortunately for most women entrepreneurs, you're inundated with a lot of what I like to call bro marketing. And it's very masculine energy type of way of doing business. And while those things can work, I don't think that always works for women. We have that feminine energy, and we need to, by forcing us to do the traditional way, it's forcing us to lean into a masculine energy that might not always feel comfortable for us. So I wanted to create something for women where we could lean into our feminine energy of who we naturally are and create our businesses like that, because it's going to feel better for us. Even that, like most, like masculine energy is I think, feminine energy is I feel. And when you speak to any woman who wants to create an impact or start a business, it's all about like I want to feel good. I want my customers to feel good. So I really wanted to create that feminine energy type of business, but still be able to give you the right strategies and techniques to succeed and grow also as a business. So
Yeah.
that's kind of where it came from.
What a great point too, because how many women entrepreneurs have I known in my life that their number one thing they say is, I get to get up and do what I love,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
they love it. That's
You know, and
wonderful.
and even if that's taking care of babies and having time for all of that, that's why you become an entrepreneur. You want time freedom. That's what most entrepreneurs I think want.
I think so too. Yeah,
Yeah.
that and financial freedom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
So,
hand in hand.
yeah, how long have you been working on this?
The Intuitive Business Academy,
Hmm.
probably about 4 months now. And I normally work on things longer than that. I kind of take my time with stuff, but for whatever reason, once again, intuition, I just kind of leaned into my intuition and I was like, I need to do this now. And I literally just started messaging people like, do you want to do this? Do you want to do this? Do you want to, like, people that I felt were aligned with it. So for
Yeah,
me,
it's
it's a little bit
wonderful.
quicker.
It's
Yeah.
wonderful. I mean, it got me to get myself on video and agree to do a
Yeah.
podcast. So it's
Yes.
fantastic. All right. So, can you tell us a little bit about what you teach in the course?
Well, obviously, like all things like that you would normally think of with business. So, like, your marketing, your strategy. I do dive into like, your online presence, but I'm also incorporating like the astrology part of it. So, like, I do touch a little bit about how to find like your ideal customers or your soul clients, as I like to call them, and you can do that using your astrological chart. Now, of course, that doesn't mean that every person that's your soul client is this particular sign. It's just the archetype of that sign.
Okay.
And like you and I, for mine, it's Aries, and I attract leaders like yourself, women who
Hmm.
just want, let's go, let's make it happen.
Hmm.
So therefore, I know how to the products and services I need to create. There's also going to be some lunar planning, so we're going to get into like in during the full moon, this is what you should be focusing on. And in the new moon, this is what you should be focusing on. And I do definitely want to teach the cosmic branding side of things. That's fascinating to me. I love that. It helps you decide on colors and um, even your copy on your website and things like that. It'll help you with all that.
Wonderful. I can't wait. I can't wait. For those of you who don't know, I'm in the class and I am just absolutely, we're what, week 2, week 3?
We
This
just
is,
started week 3. Yeah.
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 And so far it has changed my entire business approach. And I've already got my first customer.
I know.
I already got actually I have 8 new clients and I got my first payment, so so thank
And
you for that. Thank you for
for
that. It's been
everyone,
wonderful.
Ingrid is like an A plus 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 student, just so everyone knows. She's amazing. Amazing.
Well, it's easy when you have a good teacher.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So do you have to own a business in order to take this class?
Absolutely not, because I know once again with women, a lot of times we'll sit on these ideas for a long time. And it's because as women we're taught to just like nurture other people. Like we have to take care of everyone else first, which isn't a bad thing, but at some point you have to, what do I want? what what's going to make me tick, so this is even for if you just have an idea or an inkling, or I might want a business someday, maybe just something in this will help you like get more clarity on what it is you want to do. So
Okay. How
yep.
much does it cost?
Well, for certain people I offered it free, but right now it's a beta program, so it's $97.
Wow.
$97, and that's a hell of a steal because it is a beta program
Yeah,
and it's
that's
six
incredible.
week program. Yeah. And I'll send you the link to where they can go for like, to actually sign up for the $97.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so how easy is it to access the material on your
Super
class?
easy. I'm part of the whole program with it being a beta program is I'm also in the process of testing an app that I created. And so the app it's called the Odd Coven app, and it's gonna house everything inside of it. And so I'm looking for testers to help me with this before I make it live on all the app stores. And right now it's called not to get too technical, it's technically a PWA, which is a progressive web app, which means that it acts like any other app that you download on your phone. You just don't get it from the Play stores, but you can access it on any device. So your phone, your tablet, your website. I tried to make it like you have no freaking excuses. Even the workbook, I made it digital or printable, like whatever works. And I'm a little behind right now, but I am trying to make it so that everything is like video, audio, or transcribed. So however you learn, no excuses is what I'm saying. None.
Right. So for those of us who are not technical literate, what is a beta program?
Um, so a beta program, and this is actually one of my first beta programs, believe it or not. I don't know why I fought this for so long. A beta program is where you create it as you go. And the beautiful thing about this is number one, for me, I know I have women counting on me, so like I have to get it done. Remember like when you were a kid in school and you had that book report due and you
Mhm.
wait until like the night before?
Pull out the Collier encyclopedias and lay on the
Right.
floor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of what it's forcing me to do. It's like, no, I have to make this. I have, so it kind of gives me motivation in the process. And also because I'm getting the feedback from you guys, I know like this didn't make sense. Maybe I need to tweak this, do this a little bit different. So that way I'm giving you exactly what it is that you want and need to learn all of these things.
Yeah, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. So do you have to attend a class? Is there a class to attend?
No, everything's recorded. Of course, it'd be nice if you did, but everything's recorded. So you can always watch all the call recordings. Maybe someone will ask a question you were concerned about. And I also included in there like a feedback form, or you can send me a personal message, like, hey, what's going on with this? I don't understand this. This is also why it's a very small group of people
I see.
so that I
So
can give the one-on-one attention.
how many classes a week do you have, Tara, in this course?
There's 6 weeks, but then there's going to be bonus weeks. So the bonuses, I'm planning on 4 different bonuses. And I haven't decided yet if we're going to do like a weekly call for the bonuses, or I might just run all 4 bonuses and then do like a call after that, if that makes sense. But
Okay.
every week, every week we have a call.
Okay. Okay. So one
So
call
yeah,
per week for the whole 6 weeks.
right.
And then the lessons we do at our own pace during the week. And then we discuss it once a week on
Yep.
together.
Yep.
Okay. Beautiful. Beautiful. Um,
What
so
what uh what beta program are you gonna think about doing?
I have no idea. I have no idea. I did have an inkling of an idea a couple of days ago, but I forgot it. So I guess when it pops back into my head, that's the time to do it, huh?
Yeah,
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 it'll come to me. It'll come to me. I'll just keep praying for it, you know?
yeah.
So it is kind of a study at your own pace kind of thing because you have all week to complete the curriculum. But
Mhm.
how many hours would you say for, for somebody who's busy working, a mother and working, for somebody who's really busy, how many hours a week do you think that she would spend on this be without the call, just on the lessons themselves?
Without the call, I would say 3 to 4 hours a week. Now, the first couple weeks, it wasn't as many hours, but it's getting more technical now. And that's when it will be about 3 to 4 hours to really put in the work that needs to be done.
Okay.
And a lot of it is mindset, though, like sitting down and just, okay, let's really just hash this out, think about it.
Yeah. Yeah, the first week the questions that I answered, they were thought provoking, but they were easy to get through.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And the last week, rather than sitting down and filling out the answers, I just implemented it into my website. So yeah, it's
Which is
been
really the best way to do it.
yeah, it works pretty well. Like, why am I
Yeah.
writing this when I can just, do it?
Do it.
So
Yeah. But for
yeah.
someone, like, say someone didn't have a website, you know what I mean? That would be like,
Right.
remember your whole process of starting the website. So like that's when they would be doing that. So
Yes,
and it would take a good few hours of sitting down and, focus time for
certainly.
sure.
Certainly.
And I just want to say to everyone out there who's thinking about doing this, progress is better than perfection. Meaning all of us get so caught up in I've done it. I do it all the time. Like, oh, this little thing needs to be here. This needs to look pretty. Nope, just get it out there. You can tweak it later. Progress is better than perfection.
That's true. That is
Yep.
true. Um, so let's see, what do I have here? So where can a person find this class and this app and this web page that you speak of,
That I speak of.
that you speak of?
So if they go to I believe it's theoddwitch.com/IBA.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you can download the app right from that website.
Anyone who wants to download the app can download it, and there's a whole bunch of other information on there. You won't have access to the Intuitive Business Academy though. That's obviously, you have to, be in the beta program. But if you just go to oddcoven.com, you can download the app, but you can also find it at theoddwitch.com. You can find everything at theoddwitch.com.
All right. Do you have any other courses online that you have written or done over the years?
I do, as a matter of fact.
Yeah,
One of
tell us
my
about it.
one of the first courses I ever created, well, actually, the first course I ever created is called Kinky Smart. And basically, I used to sell luxury fetish lingerie, and I created a course to accompany that, and it was to help adult couples, who are in committed relationships, to add kink and BDSM into their sex life, and just kind of spice things up. It's
What is BDSM?
bondage, discipline, sadism, and masochism.
Oh,
And see,
that sounds kinky
kinky,
smart.
yeah, kinky smart would answer all that.
Oh my
And the
gosh,
best,
you
the
get more
best way to
interesting
find
the more I get to know you. I swear to God. What an incredible woman.
the best way to find kinky smart is I had written a book it's just like a 60-page book. It's a small little thing, and you can get it for on Amazon for free. Just look up Kinky Smart. It'll come up. And inside of there is the link to then access the course if you want to purchase the course.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank
Yeah,
you.
that was a lot
Um,
of fun.
yeah, I'll bet. How long did it take you to put that together? That had to be
Wow,
fun.
that was my first course. And so that was like a huge learning curve, like with, all the tech and this and that. And that literally took me probably about 6 to 7 months to put
Wow.
together. And that's also when I was like, but it has to be just like this and blah, blah, blah. And finally I was like, just do it, just do it. And I
Yeah.
believe there's 5 different modules in that. And there's two bonuses. One is Anatomy 101 part one and part two, where I talk about like some really cool fun facts about like the female anatomy and the male anatomy. And then I did another one on sex toys 101. So it's all about, the type of sex toys, where you can get them, how to take care of them, how to introduce them. So yeah,
Do you offer any of these?
that's what I did.
Do you offer any of these on the Odd Witch at all, or is the Odd Witch just for women entrepreneurs?
Currently, the Odd Witch is just for women entrepreneurs. When I had Share Fetish, I did have the lingerie, but I also had the adult sex toys. But what happens when you have that is you can't use a normal credit card processing system because they consider it high risk. They consider you similar to an escort service, which is ridiculous in my head.
Right.
So once I closed Sheer Fetish down, I decided not to go that route, and that's why now you only see the lingerie and the nice clothing and things of that nature,
Yeah, it's beautiful.
keeping it a little more PG. Yeah.
All right, Tara. One last question before, well, I guess it's not my last question. I have a couple, but this is my favorite. I've been waiting to ask you this. So if you were to
All
meet
right.
a new mystic, a brand new person, a new mystic who wanted to earn money or develop their craft or build their business, what advice would you give them?
I'd say get off your butt and just go for it. And I don't mean like immediately start a website, immediately do this, but like just start talking about it. You know what I mean? Like when I've been studying astrology my whole life. And ironically, I met this woman on the beach here in Long Beach who was a professional astrologer, very well known. Like if you Googled her name, you'd be like, oh my God, she's been doing this since the 70s, very well known. And she was like, just start being an astrologer. So, like if you want to be a light worker, just start being the light worker. Just start doing the things that a light worker does, that an astrologer does. And before you know it, you will naturally just take the steps to be what it is that you want to be.
Dress for success. Yeah, that's great advice.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
I kind of started mine the same way. I started journaling. I started sitting down and writing my business
yeah,
plan out in a journal and then I started talking about it. Yeah, yeah, that's great advice. Great advice.
yeah.
And what
Just
is
start.
your background as a business owner? I know that you've owned several businesses over your life.
Mhm. Well, my first entrepreneurial journey was when I was about 5 years old. My older sister and I found rocks and we sold them to the neighborhood kids. We told them they had magical powers.
Magic rocks.
And
I
then I
sold
did,
rocks as a
I,
kid.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I've always done something, but my first legitimate business was I had a brick and mortar coffee shop. Me and my ex-husband, we opened that and we had that for quite a few years. And that's really when I kind of got into the nitty-gritty of owning a business and, doing it legitimately. Like I had a business license and, you
Right.
know, employees and all of that. And ever since then, I had the bug. That was it. Let's do it.
Yeah. Yeah, good girl. I want to talk about your dogs. How old are they? How long have you had them? What kind of dogs are they? Can we see them?
You can, but ironically, my dog actually just turned on the TV accidentally. So I'm just gonna go turn that off real quick because I can hear it. So hold on.
Okay.
Okay, sorry about that.
How
They
did your
step on
dog
the
turn?
remote.
Oh, oh my God, how cute is
Yeah.
that? Oh, I
I'm like,
haven't
what
had
are
a
they
dog in so
doing?
long. What kind of dogs are they,
So I
Tara?
have I have two amazing dogs. One is a little terrier mix. He's black. and the other one is a border collie Australian Shepherd mix. Who he's only about 2 years old, and the other one is about 9 years old. So I got the old man, and then I didn't realize how vocal these border collies were. Like he's a talker. He likes to talk, and he's so into routine. Like so much so that like on the weekends, if I get up and I don't go downstairs to pretend like I'm starting my car, he will like sit here and whine at me, whine and talk and talk and talk until like get up and do the routine, do the routine.
Because he's expecting you to get up and go somewhere every morning.
Yeah,
How
yeah.
cute is that? Which
They're
one is that?
adorable.
Is that
That's
Hamish?
no, that's Angus.
Angus.
Hamish is the old guy, and Angus is the younger pup.
Okay.
Yeah.
McGregor.
Hamish and Angus McGregor.
Cute. All right, Tara, before we wrap this up, I want to make sure that we tell everybody go see www.theoddwitch.com.
That's right.
The Odd Witch.
The
Everybody,
Odd Witch.
everything that you need is in there. Everything that you need to find is in there. Get yourself signed up for this intuitive business program. I am telling you, this is going to change everything. Tara, you are amazing and we love you.
I love you so much, and thank you so much for having me. This was so much fun. We
Awesome.
did it.
We did it. Just a little backstory there. Her and I were both a little nervous. This is my very first podcast, and Tara doesn't like to be on camera. So we did this. We made it happen. And we're going to be posting this for you guys. And again, theoddwitch.com. Thank you, Tara.
Thank you.
All right, everybody. We'll see you next time.